I'm a 36-year-old woman, a proud mother to my tween daughter Sadie, who's the light of my life. My ex-husband John, now 39, and I divorced 5 years ago. I have primary custody, while he gets Sadie 2 weekends a month. Last year John married Amanda, who has sole custody of her 2 daughters, also tweens, from a previous marriage. Amanda's a stay-at-home mom, not out of necessity but by choice. John works a solid 9 to 5, earning enough to keep their household afloat, but not enough for extravagance. I, on the other hand, have a high-paying job that allows me to give Sadie the best life possible. She attends a top-tier private school, has a fully funded college account, and owns things most kids her age can only dream of: designer clothes, the latest phone, you name it. But here's the thing. I've raised her to stay humble. Sadie works hard, keeps her grades up, and even tidies her room without being asked. She's a gem, but lately something's been off. When Sadie comes back from her dad's, her duffel bag is filled with clothes that aren't hers. They're too small, cheap, and frankly poor quality. Think Target clearance rack. I asked her what's going on, and she casually explained that Amanda takes her nice clothes and gives them to her daughters, handing Sadie hand-me-downs in return. Sadie said she didn't mind sharing since she keeps her favorite outfits at my house. But I could feel my blood boil. Who does that? Stealing from a child to play favorites with your own? It's not just about clothes. It's about respect, boundaries, and fairness. The real bombshell came last weekend. I had a business meeting, so Amanda offered to pick Sadie up from school. A first. When I arrived to get her on Sunday, John and Amanda sat me down like they were about to deliver a TED Talk. Sadie ran to hug me, but Amanda snapped at her, sending her to her room, claiming her punishment wasn't over. Punishment? Sadie's the most well-behaved kid I know. Confused, I demanded answers. They laid it out. They think it's unfair that Sadie attends private school while Amanda's kids go to public school. Their solution? Pull Sadie out of her school, away from her friends, and enroll her in the same public school as their daughters. Oh, and I should continue Sadie's punishment because she, get this, yelled at them when they broke the news, saying it wasn't fair and that Amanda's family isn't even her real family. They called her outburst disrespectful, but I call it a kid standing up to nonsense. I didn't hold back. I told them to screw off. Sadie's not leaving her school just because they can't afford private tuition for their kids. I pointed out that Amanda could easily work. She's qualified, and her field has a strong job market. Their money problems aren't my responsibility. I warned them. If Sadie's clothes keep disappearing, or they try to mess with her education, I'm taking this to court. Since then they've been blowing up my phone, calling me selfish and entitled. Even a friend suggested I was rubbing my success in their faces. But am I wrong?
Hell no.
I'm a mother protecting her daughter from jealousy-fueled overreach. This isn't about money. It's about control. Amanda's laziness and entitlement are driving this, and John's complicity makes it worse. Imagine punishing a child for wanting to keep what's hers. It's vile. The emotional weight of this hits hard. As a parent, you do anything to shield your kid from harm, right? But what do you do when the harm comes from people who are supposed to care for her? It's a betrayal, not just of Sadie but of trust. The logic is simple. I provide for my daughter. They don't get to dictate her future because they feel inferior. Yet the controversy lies in the gray area. Should I have been softer? Was I too harsh? Maybe, but when someone's stealing from your kid and trying to derail her education, diplomacy feels like surrender. I've already contacted my lawyer to pursue full custody. Sadie's seeing a therapist to process this, and I'm ensuring she doesn't have to return to that house unless she wants to. Call me a mama bear, but I'm not backing down. Now let's shift gears to another story that's just as infuriating. I'm a 30-year-old woman, introverted, anxious, and always wrestling with self-esteem. Makeup changed my life in my late 20s. It's not just a hobby. It's my career and a source of confidence. My husband, a sarcastic jokester, used to tease me about it privately, and I was fine with that. But at our wedding he crossed a line. I went bold with my makeup. Think artistic, vibrant, but perfectly matched to my dress. It was my day and I felt radiant. He wouldn't stop commenting even in front of guests. Then, during his groom's speech, he looked at me and said, "My wife here looks like a department store mannequin with all that makeup on." The room laughed. I froze, humiliated, rage bubbling inside me. I waited until his parents were nearby and let him have it. I told him how his joke made me feel, small, mocked, betrayed. He brushed it off, saying I was too sensitive, and that I ruined the wedding's vibe by scolding him. He sulked for 3 days, then demanded an apology for my overreaction. Overreaction? He humiliated me on our wedding day, in front of everyone we love, targeting something I'm deeply passionate about. This isn't just a joke gone wrong. It's a red flag. His inability to see my pain, and his insistence that I'm the problem scream emotional immaturity. The emotional hook here is raw. Imagine standing in your dream dress feeling like a queen, only to have the person you love most tear you down for laughs. It's a gut punch. Logically, his behavior points to a deeper issue. If he can't respect my boundaries in public, what's next? The controversy lies in the question: am I too sensitive, or is he too cruel? Society often dismisses women's feelings as overreacting, but this wasn't a one-off. It's a pattern. The psychological tactic here is to challenge the reader. When does a joke become a weapon? I'm not divorcing him yet, but I'm reevaluating everything. If he can't grow up, I'll choose myself, makeup and all. Next up, a blended family drama that's all too real. I'm a father in my late 30s, married to Stella for 7 years. We have 5 kids. My daughters Kyra and May from a previous relationship, Stella's kids Brianna and Jaden from her ex, and our toddler Lucas. I share 50-50 custody of my girls, while Stella's kids see their dad every other weekend. We've kept our finances mostly separate, with a joint account for bills and groceries. Both of us used to be high earners, but long hours meant we barely saw our kids. When our parental leave for Lucas ended, the kids begged us not to return to our old jobs. They hated childcare. So, I quit and took a lower-paying job with school-friendly hours. Stella went back to work, covering more of our joint expenses. It's worked mostly. Here's the problem. Brianna, Stella's daughter, attends a private high school. As Kyra, my daughter, approaches high school, I realized I can't afford to send her to the same school on my current salary. My ex barely contributes to public school costs, let alone private. The private school is leagues better than the local public one, and Kyra wants to join her stepsister. I asked Stella if she'd help with Kyra's tuition. Not fully, just a contribution. She flat out refused, reminding me that we agreed to split finances, and that I chose the lower-paying job. She said I can't complain about my salary when I prioritize time over money. I got heated. I didn't quit my dream job for fun. I did it for our family, for all the kids. I told her if she won't help with Kyra, I won't spend my extra time caring for her kids. They can stay in after-school care. Stella exploded, calling me greedy and petty. I see her point, but I'm not asking for a handout. I'd still pay half, and I'd push my ex to chip in. I spend 85% of my time with her kids, compared to 50% with mine. Isn't that worth something? The emotional pull here is the sacrifice. I gave up a career I loved for our family, yet I'm painted as the bad guy. The logic is tricky. Stella's right that I made a choice, but I'm right that it benefited her kids too. The controversy? Should blended families share financial burdens for education? Or is it every parent for themselves? This one's messy, and I'm still wrestling with it. Finally, a baby shower blunder that's painfully relatable. My friend Shay, a first-time mom, is all about organic, eco-friendly living. Think slow fashion, climate activism, and gentle parenting. Her baby shower registry was packed with pricey items. Wooden toys, organic strollers. Yes, those exist. I'm broke and Shay knows it. I couldn't afford a $300 gadget, so I showed up with an Amazon gift card and some organic soaps from HomeGoods. The next day Shay called furious. She doesn't support Amazon due to their labor practices, and was hurt that I'd buy from them. She said I should have skipped the gift altogether. I apologized, but she acted like I betrayed her. I feel awful, but gift cards are just money, right? I couldn't afford her registry, and I'm barely scraping by. The emotional sting is real. I wanted to celebrate my friend, but I'm being judged for a choice I didn't know was wrong. Logically, Shay's principles are valid, but expecting broke friends to splurge on niche items feels elitist. The controversy. Is it worse to give a wrong gift or nothing at all? This taps into the sunk cost fallacy. Shay's invested in her eco-identity, but I'm stuck in survival mode. I'll talk to her again, but I'm not the villain here. In closing, these stories reveal a universal truth. Relationships, whether with exes, spouses, or friends, are battlegrounds for values, boundaries, and respect. The mama bear fights for her daughter's future. The makeup artist demands respect from her husband. The father grapples with fairness in a blended family. The broke friend navigates a friend's lofty expectations. Each story challenges us to ask, where do we draw the line between self-preservation and compromise? Life's messy, But one thing's clear. Standing up for what matters takes guts.